Good evening and welcome everyone to tonight's official coverage of round one in the 2023 Asrnz Back Pain GT3 series. Tonight for round one we're at Zolder. I'm Davo and as usual I'm joined in the comms by good friend and Asrnz legend. It's Gentleman right beside me. Welcome aboard, J-Man.
Oh, it's good to be here, Davo. Honestly, I've been waiting for this. Obviously, we had a shakedown last week, but man, I am pumped for this, as I'm sure you are, as I'm sure the 22 drivers out there tonight who are about to embark in their first official qualifying session of the season.
Yes.
Kicks off, mate. This is gonna be good.
It is. We're at Zolder for round one. Just the usual shenanigans that come with Zolder, J-Man. I see the boys are out on track, so let me see if we can get some vision up for the viewers. Where are we? There we go.
Yeah, so looking forward to this one, mate, and just you know, I'm going to get in and play the role straight away. You know, this season, you know, last season we saw the OES boys rocking some Hondies, mate, and
yes, and did bloody well in them.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, and those boys are back, and they come back with a bit of reinforcements this year with a few new additions. So I want to just shout out to to those boys from OES to come back, and you know, some big signings this year. Breakfast Crew Racing have come back with a really solid lineup. You know, I see there's around 5 guys, maybe 6 guys rocking the BC stuff. You know, we've got JB Mudgee, Jeff Burst, Farmer, Nick McIndoe's away actually preparing a BMW race car for an 8-hour endurance race at Hampton Downs. Or was it Hampton or Pukekohe? I'm not sure. Yeah,
real car stuff.
So shout out to Slick. He's out there. We'll watch that with interest this weekend. But OES back with a good contingent this year with obviously Vic Chan, Jamie, Ethan, and co. All back in here. I think. You know, those guys are going to fare strong and some low.
Oh, yeah, and in fine form, mind you, just straight back where they left off last year. And, so BC crew boys and these guys you just talk about. We got another new team.
777 Racing, mate. So you've got 777 Motorsport, which is the likes of, we've clearly got Vaughan Martin in there. Who else? I'm just looking at the numbers. Sam Carson, Brad Robinson, who else have we got in there? I'm looking for the 7s.
They're all driving Asrnz too, so they're a little bit tricky for us to keep check on. To be honest.
It's a really strong team this year. Those guys.
It is.
Those guys are out there, but some lone manufacturers out there. Aaron Enright, the only Honda out there. I believe we've got one Ferrari out there.
One Bentley out there.
Yeah, Vic Chan rocking the Bentley. Go the Bentley.
Yeah, for sure. We might have 1 or 2 McLarens. I think we've got 1 or 2 Porsches, but just a splattering of other cars. A load of BMWs, loads of Astrons.
Yeah.
It's some very, very close racing. You know, like obviously when these guys start to use the same market car, the racing is tight, JB.
Yeah, and it is, and we've seen our first banker lap go down, pitched in straight away by Ethan Cale on a 1:29.0, which is a very, very handy lap, albeit he is 4 or 5 tenths up, but with a cut, so this one won't count.
Yep, we were just following Mitch Campbell's car. I think we're still on Mitch Campbell's car. He was just sitting in second there, but just been pinned by a whole bunch of guys now. Look, we've got John McDonald, Mudgee, Rick Chan, they're all starting to come in.
Rick Chan laid down that 28.3, Dave, is probably one of the quickest times I've seen all week.
Well, we've been seeing him right up to the race start, haven't we, mate? So
So there, that's the Bentley in there. Jamie Kosa rocking the only Porsche in the field at the moment, and you know, he's looking good currently, 3 or 4 tenths up. Looking to take the fight to Vic Chan, so that's cool. Jamie was MIA, I believe, in the shakedown. I don't believe calling his name.
No, that wasn't. No, he wasn't in.
No, so rocking the Lion Red sponsored Porsche there. So that's it's certainly a unique paint job. And actually, a word on the paint schemes is yeah, we did do a photo shoot in the shakedown, and man, they were every bit as impressive paintwork this year as any other year that we've actually seen custom skins. So that's cool for us this year, Davo.
Ah, for sure, for sure. It's always awesome to see these guys sort of just, let the creativity juices fly and see what they come up with. And
Are we going to see our first 27 here, Davo?
I'm just watching Jamie Costa here. Let's just have a look at this. He is flying. It's 27
Smashes it out the
by
duck.
10th of a second nearly.
Yeah.
So, awesome work there. Let's get back. John Carter. Is this a new name?
Yes, John is new to the series. Yes.
John Carter. So we've got a couple of new guys. Ray Haggis as well, who we introduced last week.
Yeah.
There's a couple of ones there. J-Man maybe not here tonight. Let's have a look.
Yeah, it's good to see Jarks back. Obviously, a long time stalwart of Asrnz is Jarks. So good to see Damien
absolutely.
back. So who else might we see? Mitchell Campbell's back, which we off air we were just talking about Mitchie just before, and Mitchie doing a really solid job in the shakedown, and the weeks leading up to us going green in this series, he's looking like he's every bit as fast as he used to be, and obviously on a new rig, got a new chassis underneath him, new wheel, everything else. So looking for big things for Mitchie this year, rocking that black and gold McLaren.
Yeah, he's definitely picked up a little bit of pace, I think, since last time we had Mitch around. So, maybe the new equipment, sort of helps a little bit with the consistency, I suppose, and maybe a little bit of pace. So, Mitchie looking really hot this season so far. Yep. Just tucked in behind one of the Hondas there. I think there's only one Honda.
Aaron Enright.
That's Aaron.
Yep.
The boys just roll across the start-finish line. Let's see where they land. So no big gains there from anyone. The pace is hot, J-Man.
Oh, to be honest, I wasn't expecting a 7 in there tonight. And then Jamie backed that up with a 28-1 straight after that lap. So his actual second lap on that flyer would have been enough to still take provisional pole at this point with Vic Chan currently sitting on a 28-2. Vic would be pretty happy with that, and he has actually parked the car as time is done.
Time is done, yep.
I don't see any major changes going on. Obviously, Farmer is actually on a lap. He's going to get this thing done. He's around 3.5 to 4 tenths up, which would see him move maybe into 12th or 13th in front of Steve Melling and Lucas Saar.
Here we go. Oh, yeah, so there you go. Just picked Vaughan as well. So
they got Vaughan as well. Okay,
so nice in 11, just out of the top 10 there, Jamie.
Okay, so any surprising thing there? Jeff Burst currently sitting in 21 on a 31.4, hasn't kind of got to grips with that BMW just yet. Because we know he's a lot quicker than that. But a mad fast lap from Jamie Kosa sees him take provisional pole for race 1, round 1 here at Zolder.
Yes, definitely, and with a 27.9 too, mind you. So, plenty of pace in that car. We currently are showing 24 races.
Yeah, so Shane really, really late there, didn't actually get to bank a lap. So Shane off the back of the grid will be one to watch tonight.
As well, yes, definitely.
Because Shane in that Audi is, he proved
slouch
last week that he had great qualifying pace. Probably struggled a little bit with the fuel in the car. But yeah, look for that car to come through. So whatever has held up Shane, that's a shame, but it's going to be good for us, mate, because I'll be watching that with interest and trying to keep you updated, Davo, about where he is and his progress.
For sure. He's usually sort of hovering around just the back of that top pack of cars there, keeping them honest, J-Man. So definitely no slouch. Last week we had obviously shakedown, so we sort of ironed out a few gremlins. We had some early late pit stopping in the shakedown. We didn't have half of the data that we usually like on our pit board tower there as well for you guys to look at. So all of that fixed now for this round one at Zolder. J-Man, look. What are the strategies? We got some slightly different formats to what we have had last year. So the boys, we might shake it up a little bit, even in these sprint rounds.
So I spoke to you off air. I actually failed to mention in the driver brief, it just completely slipped my mind, even though I had it written in my notes. Not sure if that was on purpose or a tactical error. But the pit window time has been increased in these sprint rounds to basically encourage early stops or late stops, because obviously you just mentioned we failed to get the data right in the back end last week, and the guys did a voluntary pit stop, even though it should have been mandated. They still collectively agreed that they were going to get one done because they knew the format. And what we saw some really, really cool strategies. Some guys that got into trouble early and decided to get fresh air. Vic Chan was one of them. I think probably qualified 5th, I think, for race 2. Decided that he wasn't happy sitting in that traffic and got out of it early.
No, that's right. Yeah.
Shane and John McDonald came together at the start of that race. They also pitted early. Decided to press on with some fresh air. So it created some unique opportunities around fresh air and strategy, and we decided to extend that pit window to encourage that, as opposed to, conventionally, Davo, we would have said, we're going to bunch them up to keep them together for as long as possible. But I think tactically it plays a better scene, doesn't it?
Well, I think it works, because there is a change to the sprint format. Like, we've got 40-minute races now, and they go quick after last week. It just doesn't seem long enough either. But with the 40-minute format, that little bit of flexibility, I suppose, in that pit window is it really did show last week, didn't it? So I think it's going to be good. Yeah, we'll see how it shakes out tonight.
Yeah, and I'll give you a heads up, mate. The boys will be loving the start of this race because they actually get to go out and get into this thing on an optimum track at 21 degree ambient with a 28 degree. So, I hope these guys got their pressures right for this race, as we see a car off the back really, really struggling to get away.
Is that Vaughan's car?
No, I think it was either Brendan Rolfe.
Oh, Shane. No, it's not Shane's car either.
It's Brendan Rolfe in the Lexus.
It is too.
He really struggled to get away there. So I did think I saw Mike King starting from pit lane. I'm not sure what's happened there. But that BMW is rendered stationary in the pit lane. So just we'll have to keep your eye on that one. It's the 318 of Mike King.
Mike King. Oh, yeah, he does show in the pits.
Yeah.
Let's get some vision.
Plenty of temperature out there. Guys complained, I think, a little bit at Silverstone, lack of temperature and stuff on that out. Big outlet.
It was Silverstone.
Yeah, we're probably lucky it didn't rain.
That's right. Could have bloody hailed, mate. Awesome stuff. It was actually an awesome shakedown, the races. If you haven't watched it yet, guys, just pop back and have a look at our YouTube. Obviously, like and subscribe, the standard stuff. But check out that shakedown. Some great racing, some really tight stuff. All the way through the field, and again, those strategies like we're talking about, the new extended pit window.
Yes. So once again, we spoke last week about the cars that were good off the start. Now, we know the Porsche punches out the hole pretty well. We know that the Aston's not flash. So the first Aston in the pack. Where is it? It is. Is it Ray Haggis? Ray Haggis is the first Aston.
Oh, yeah.
Starting out of P7. And there's a bunch of them. There's actually
That's the whole mid-pack pretty well, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
as they round the final corner, there's some chicane. I think that's where they are on track at the moment. J-Man.
Yep.
We're just about to go racing, ladies and gentlemen. You're joining us again here for round one. Blackplane GT3 series. We got a green.
Well, 3 wide from the OES boys into 1.
Immediately. Nearly 2 wide from the BC boys. Right behind it there, and Mitchie just ready. Oh, this is close stuff. Ray Haggis getting swamped on the inside, just got hung out to dry there. I have driven this track. It's you can easily get stuck out wide here in a couple of the corners. Farmer! Oh no, with a little bit. I don't even think he saw the I think it might have been, I don't know, Vaughan Martin there. And look at the bunch pack behind the leaders there, J-Man.
Who was that?
Too defined. We're going to try and get our 30 on that just quickly.
Yeah, I'm not sure. It was one of the 777 motorsport cars, I'm sure.
It was.
Oh, Farmer really jinxed right there.
Yeah, just looking for a bit of air from behind the Aston, and it really did put him off there, J-Man.
Yeah. Yeah, no, he certainly dove to the inside. I don't think he was completely aware that that car was there.
I don't think it, just by the body language of the car, it didn't look like. Okay, so drama already. Let's get back up the front here.
Yeah,
the boys round that final corner. How are we going there? Rick Chan, Ethan Cale, Jamie Costa, Mark Mudgee, Rich Campbell, John McDonald, John Carter, Brad Robinson, Ray Haggis, Vaughan Martin, top 10.
Yeah, good start for Vaughan. Yep.
So yeah, some pretty hectic stuff already, J-Man. And in that mid-pack, it's really split the field up actually. There's 3 very definite packs here now. The front boys, as usual, stretch their legs. They like to just get that little bit of advantage from that clean air, and look at those OS. Those boys just take off. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, so Jamie Kosa there started from pole and just didn't quite get that start maybe as good as he wanted, and finds himself back in P3 straight away. He's there or thereabouts.
One there too, J-Man. There was plenty of pressure on, wasn't there?
Yeah, there was. Good to see Mudgee up there in the Vegemite BMW.
Yep. Isn't he got some form this season, J-Man?
Yeah, no, he's looking good, and I think we've got status quo, and it's almost like a carbon copy from the shakedown for Mitchie Campbell and John McDonald. These guys were glued at the hip in the first shakedown round, so good to see those boys going back at it. I can tell you now, bit of contact with Shane and Brendan Rolfe down at the hairpin there, Davo. Little bit of a bump and a reshuffle, and it also allowed the awesome looking Red Bull McLaren of Kenny Simpson to go through with him. He truck and trailered that one.
Yeah, nice.
So Shane already up to I believe P18, starting from P24. I'm just looking for the Mike King car that started from pit lane. He is running last and he's a lap down. No, he's not. He is on the lead lap, but he's a long way back. He's got some work to do.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, look, there's just drama aplenty already. Like you said, little bit of a hip and shoulder.
Yeah, good catch on the camera boys for that one, mate.
Yeah, as they come through the field there. But yeah, 3 definite packs here now running. And some very close stuff. Steve Mellon would be happy to be in 11th there with a bit of clean air. I know he's got some temperature from behind there. Is that?
Jamie Kosa looking for an outside move, doesn't get it done, and we do see that pit window open. What lap is it, Davo? It's at the end of lap 2, so there you go.
Yep. And this is what we're looking for. And these guys probably weren't briefed on this.
Not probably, I can tell you they weren't.
They weren't, so they will be as surprised as anyone to see that pit window popping up now.
John Carter, out of P7, has read that because of the time. Yeah, the time where he was on track, I think, is enough time for him to think about it. He's decided to dive in.
Shane's in. Look at him. It's a gaggle.
Who's that? In. 3 wide into 1. Who was that? Because that didn't look like it was going to end well. Who was that?
Must have been back a bit.
It was, but I...
Okay, that's awesome stuff. So, look at the pit lane, James.
Mate, who do I look at?
Yeah.
We
knew this was going to mix it up, but oh my God, look at that. It's like bloody the shopping centre on a Saturday morning.
It is.
It's next lap.
Wow, I'm looking for the red labels that come up. Who gets a red label? Come on, who is it?
A flurry of pit stops in as the timer ticked over. These boys, their eyes would have lit up and just gone, let's get in.
Well, according to me, everyone's good there, mate.
And I count 7 cars have been into the pits so far.
Yeah, copy.
So, amazing stuff.
It's gold.
We love this stuff up here.
So who's the first of our stoppers? Would be John Carter, wasn't it?
I think it was John Carter, actually.
Yep. Yep, it was. I just want to see what's happening up the top end of town, because the last time I looked, Ethan Cale was under a serious attack from Jamie Kosa.
Yes, the Porsche would be strong around here in some sections of this track, and I've driven the Merc out here. I'm probably not as good, obviously not as good as these guys.
Oh, we've got cars stationary on pit straight. On the track, off the racing line, we've got Ray Haggis has come to a standstill.
Oh, no. He's going to have to get that. It's in a fairly safe position, J-Man, but what has happened? Mate, he's got it off the track there, but he could have easily had a hardware issue, like a wheel or a shifter disconnect and lose its shit, so to speak. And the safest thing to do really is just to pull that thing up and try and reset it. But he's clearly got it right off the track. J-Man, can you just give me an update? Has he got that thing rolling?
He's still stationary in the pits. I'm just trying to work out. Yeah, he's in the pits.
Yeah.
Don't have an ignition on or anything, so he's just the power's been killed to that thing. I don't know what's going on there. But we got nothing. We got no lights on. There's no one home.
Yeah. Okay. As we just pick up on Aaron Enright, Bear Grylls battle. Aaron in the Honji, the Honduras. Bear Grylls in the camoed Red Bull. I think that's Asrnz as well, isn't it? The Bear Grylls car. It is. Yes,
it is.
They're just starting to climb up behind Troy Wilson. So with all this drama so early in the race, Troy Wilson's found himself up a few positions as well.
Yeah,
all these guys benefiting from that little bit of toing and fro, and obviously those early pit stops, Jay.
Yeah, just up from that, we're seeing that Steve Melling's under a massive assault from
Damien. Yes.
Damien Jones. So that's a cool little battle going on there between the McLaren and the Aston. Steve-O's no slouch, mate. He knows where to put that car to try and defend that. And early in this piece, if he doesn't feel like he's got enough, he won't fight it too much. He'll just find his rhythm. But yeah, it's a good battle going on there.
Definitely. And now, look, so is it worth doing a pit stop now, 5 laps in or 6 laps in?
John McDonald,
there you go. Well, then we just saw Damien. I just thought he was getting held up a little bit by Mel. He's straight in as well. Troy Wilson also in, J-Man.
Yeah.
So there you
So a lot of early stops. I expect to see the front 5. I think they'll go long.
Yep.
I'd be surprised if we see anything different as we see John Boy coming in and Damien and Troy and Cohen. They'll be looking at the stranded car of Ray Haggis there. So
yep.
John Boy, what's John Boy's stop? Not too bad. Not too bad at all.
Quick. Let's see how it goes.
Sharks look pretty good too.
On the exit, no red flags there, J-Man. So looking very tidy for the boy.
Yeah, Troy's was a little bit longer, but not too bad. First one up.
Excellent. Damien Jones also leaving the pits as well.
So where's John Carter in relation to JB? Because
we're going to get a fairly quick fix on how all this is going to pan out. Well, like through the mid and the back section with all these guys pitting, aren't we?
Okay, so JB's certainly he's ahead of John Carter in that pit stop battle there. So he's effectively, I believe that leaves John McDonald as the lead car that's pit stopped. He's just coming up on Bobby Laycock
in the other Porsche there. Yeah.
Yep. Mike King's in the pits.
Bear Grylls also in the pits, J-Man.
Yep. So we're seeing a lot of, this is a 40-minute race. It's still got 29 minutes to go.
Yeah.
And we've seen effectively just over half the field in already.
Yeah, like I said, we're going to get a fairly early grasp on, where all these guys are going to sit, aren't we? Through the mid pack and the lower end of the field. So,
yeah,
as most of them are pitting, like you said or alluded to, you think the guys up the pointy end, the Vic Chans, Ethan Cales, Jamie Cossa, and Mark Mugsaway tend to go long. Even Mitch Campbell hasn't pitted either.
No, so I mean that's part of that front pack. I think those guys are currently running in the 29s. All of those guys you said right out to Vaughan Martin at the moment running in the 29s.
So Brad Robinson and Vaughan Martin also in those 29s. That is that top pack, isn't it?
Yeah. Obviously you've got the likes of the front 3 all running in 28s.
Yeah. And nose to tail.
Mudgee into the low 29s as well. So he's there or thereabouts. He's 2.9 seconds off of the back of Jamie, and then another 2 seconds away from the leader. So he's around about 5 seconds off the leader this race at around about 12 and a half, 13 minutes in. So it gives you a good idea of the pace that's going on up the top.
Yeah.
Top end of town, but that top end of town is actually staying relatively static. Vic has got 1.3 seconds on Ethan Cale, as you can see on your visuals.
Yeah, you can see it.
And Jamie's only half a second or a bee's dick just behind him. So
and he's just ebbing and flowing there, like like as that I think the Porsche will do on this track. It might not handle the chicane so well, but some of this flowy stuff it would really love.
We got the cornflake car of Jeff Burse in the lane.
And Mark Mudgee is probably in a really good space there. He's got some clean air. He's in the right position. It'll be interesting to see how these pit stops pan out.
Is as good a stop as I've seen for Jeff Rowe.
So
I see Mike King has stayed in the pits. He's decided to park that thing for the night. And Ray Haggis, for whatever issues he's had, that's a real shame. He's decided to call it. Yeah, shame not to see you here tonight, Geordie. Mate, the 777 boys are going strong. Vaughan's doing really, really well at the moment, as is Brad Robinson. Shout out to you 777 boys, mate, and we're looking forward to seeing you back on track next week.
For sure,
That's Jordan Moss. So, yeah, good to see you catching on the stream, mate. Good to have you.
Awesome stuff. As we just saw Jeff Burse exit the pits there and just picked up the track just in front of Mark there, so clearly got out of the way very quickly. let the lead BC car go through and now settles into his lap. He will have Mitchie on his hands any moment soon.
Yeah, and just got to report back. That's a real shame from Ray Haggis. His wheels just decided to crap itself. So,
Yeah,
condolences to you, Ray. Yeah, looking forward to, well, hopefully you get that thing sorted either for race 2 or back next week, mate. That's a real shame. There's a lot of racing to go left in this series, mate. So you'll bounce back.
for sure, mate. It looked like there was something going on, hardware issue there, J-Man. But yeah, bad luck. But better be back for next week. Get that sorted.
Yeah. Damien Jones, just got something coming up there. Why is he flashing up? He's okay. Why he's so close is because he's coming up on Bob Laycock for a lap move. He'll be a lap car, so he should be.
Yeah, so he'll be getting blue flagged. The Bobby Laycock Porsche. Yeah, who's Damien's got Sam? Is that Sam Carson? Right,
it is Sam.
Him.
Right on him.
Oh, yep. They're getting agitated. Damien's getting a lot of pressure from Sam. Bobby getting out of the way as quick as possible there.
Yeah, he did a good job, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did a great job there to avoid that. There's a pretty angry pack coming through.
No, they were agitated, those two. They've got their own little battle going on, haven't they, J-Man? And,
they have.
The eyes are on. So, nice. And Kale, again, getting a little bit of temperature from his teammates. Jamie, as the Delta shows us that that Porsche is just, again, just creeping up behind the Mercedes.
As it peels off, yeah.
Quickly there, Ethan getting out of that sandwich.
Oh man, he was hot on there. That was an absolute pinpoint entry there from Ethan Cale into the lane.
Yeah, got it slowed down perfectly too. Car looks very balanced.
Yeah, just the way he hammered it, he'd made his decision that he was going, kept the steering straight as he went down into there, kept it far right.
And he's obviously well versed in that pit lane. These guys do practice their pit stops, entries and exits.
Yep. Let's see how the stop is. He locks it up, gets it on the mark. Yeah, it's a pretty sharp stop.
It's not too bad.
Yep.
We've seen quicker. Oh, did he just touch the brakes there?
I feel like he did.
Yeah, mate.
Yeah, he's good though. He's coming out clean. So Ethan Cale, we'll see who. John McDonald was the first of the stoppers. He should have some margin over JB. And he has. He's currently going through turn 2, 3. JB is currently now just approaching 2, 3.
Yep.
So he's all good there. He's got margin there. So Ethan Cale, the first of your stoppers, if he can go out the and absolutely smash some good times, but look for the cover off. I'm going to say from Vic. I'm going to say that. Okay, he hasn't gone this lap. But should they run into any sort of lap traffic on that could be an issue because he's.
Yeah, well, they're just starting to toy with it now. Obviously, with these staggered pit stops, again, it's so awesome. We're seeing so much variables, so many variables in this race already. They're coming across these back markers, Jamie. The pit stops, there's just cars all around the circuit at the moment. So
Aaron Enright in the lane too, Davo.
Keep an eye on that one, J-Man. Can you just keep an eye on that?
Yeah, copy. I'm watching with interest to see where Steve Melling, who's currently running P7, as to when he decides to come in too, because he was in a battle with Damien Jones. Yes. Was it Damien Jones and Sam Carson? No, he was actually up the road from them.
Yeah, but Aaron was with Nose-to-Tail and Bear Grylls earlier.
Yes, okay.
Yeah.
We'll just see where this shakes out. So...
Long stop, is it?
Got it on the marks. No, it was actually good. It was very, very good.
Nice.
Very good. Yeah, no, it was bang on, mate. He's I want to see where he comes out. John McDonald's just gone. He's gone through, so should be looking for Damien Jones.
He's clear. That's Wilson's car actually just sneaking up in behind it. I'm sure that's the Wilson BMW.
Okay, so where's
the other two in between? No,
okay,
that's where he's come out.
That's where he's come out. That's exactly where he's come out. Yep. Oh, I tell you what, Ethan Cale in fresh air is some 9/10 of a second up
on his time. Yeah.
I'd love to see what this lap comes across as. This is his first flyer since his pit stop, and he will come across.
Well, he knows he's quick.
A 28.5. So that is faster.
Not bad in bloody race trim there, J-Man. Just straight out of the pits first lap.
Yeah, no, he's on the gas. These boys will be aware. They are teammates. They'll be aware of what their fellow...
They will be in communication, so everybody knows what's going on. This top pack, we literally only have, what have we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cars to make a pit stop. Actually, 8. Bobby Laycock hasn't pitted either. In 19th position.
So what's the margin from Steve Melling, who's in 7th, back to Damien Jones? 14, 15, 30. I reckon Steve-O can cover off Jarks here.
Well, I think he's been consistent enough.
Yep.
Sharks did get wrapped up in that little battle there we were watching earlier.
Quick Chan to pit.
Now, here we go. These are the ones we want to watch. Let's just see how this thing hits its jacks. J-Man, this is critical. These guys were nose to tail. It was only a matter of tenths.
Nice and conservative on the stop.
Yeah. No heroics there. Make sure
pretty
he
quick.
hits his marks.
Yeah, pretty quick.
Looked conservative.
Yes, it did.
But quick all the same, J-Man, as we just pick up at the helicopter.
Ethan Cale coming through turn 1. This is going to be close.
No, he's gone around him.
Side by side. Oh, is he going to round him up? He's still going to be on the outside for this one. He just covers him off to the apex.
He does. Awkward series of corners there.
Yeah, gets the job done there. Yeah, we mentioned that Ethan's in-lap was very, very accurate. Vix was very clean, but on the side of caution. Steve Belling to the lane is also, so you, as you were, I think that's where the battle is right now, but I can tell you now, Steve Belling.
We'll try and pick him up on the way out here.
Yeah.
Because we just want to see where he lands with, was it Damien Jones? No.
Sam Carson.
Sam Carson, yes. So
Sam Carson and Damien Jones has got him. Damien Jones. Yeah, he got him, but he was right on him. That was as close as you like on the exit of the pit lane there. So there's a battle going on there between the two Aston Martins and the McLaren. Yeah.
Yep. So that's Damien Jones, Steve Melling, Sam Carson. So he's come out smack bang in the middle of that little battle there.
And Mitchie 186 to the lane. So rocking the number 4 this season, but he is in the lane. Mitchie Campbell pulls it up on the marker. Looked a little bit. Nah, that was bang on. He is absolutely on fire in the pit lane today. That was a great stop. As we just, see the replay of that re-entry battle with Steve Melling, Damien Jones and Sam Carson.
Yeah, nice stuff from those.
So Mitchie Campbell's on his way out of the lane, coming up. Who's he looking like he's going to rub shoulders with on the way out?
He's got a clean track there, J-Man.
He has got a clean track.
Oh, and he nailed his pit stop, so that's interesting.
So he's come out. He hasn't completed his stop. He's had a malfunction in the pit lane, and
something was wrong, there. It's just
he's obviously failed to put 1 litre in, or do something, or maybe started the car prematurely. As we see our leader of the race, Jamie Kosa, just coming into pit lane, fires it down through the chicane into the lane, followed by Bobby Laycock.
So the 2 Porsches in now. This is, I think, the last of the major leaders there, J-Man.
Yeah, we sold Bobby short there. He's so Jamie's not the lone Porsche out there. We have got Bob blocking one, and that was a fast stop.
That was a fast stop. Just let's keep an eye on that. Fingers crossed, no red flags, but that was off the jacks. Lightning fast, Jamie.
Yeah, Ethan Kale and Co and Vic just coming around turn 1 right now. Jamie, this is going to be close. Ethan, Carl, and Vic Chan rounding.
He's turned the Bentley. Oh my!
Big controversy between the teammates there to turn 1, turn 2. Just ran out of real estate there between the two guys. What does that do? How close is the Mark Mudgway car? Mark Mudgway actually hasn't been in. He's still out there rocking it. He could be a big benefactor if he gets this pit entry exit sorted. Mudgy did get a couple of drive-throughs in the shakedown. Can he do a better job this week? He's still out there, he's staying out there. Still got 10.5 minutes to think about get this done, but that was big.
That has really thrown a spanner in it, hasn't it?
It has, because it's really let Ethan Carl it's given him some margin. He's he's what's he got? What's he got?
We still don't have Mudgy in the pit yet, either, J-Man. And this is really going to affect where Mudgy lands on track after his pit stop. Like, theoretically, he should come out in second. Really.
Yeah.
And easily in second.
So Steve Melling and Damian Jones have driven away from Sam Carson, who's under massive pressure from the Spitfire-inspired Ferrari of Lucas.
Isn't that beautiful?
Yeah, of Lucas Saar. So there's a battle going on there. So Steve Melling actually come out and did a great job post-pit stop to press on with Jarks. He hasn't given that up. But, geez, the big talk is, the contact between the teammates.
Isn't it what?
These guys are great mates. It was purely just pushing hard and accidental.
Oh, look, and it's millimetre stuff. These guys, they're all trying to keep that momentum. And, I mean, they all want to win, but they are working as a team. And, that is not ideal. So, no. and you can, I just see from the body language of the Porsche there as it jumps the chicane in the background. It's rattled them. They're not on point here at the moment, so it might take them a couple of laps to get their rhythm back. J-Man, I really need to keep a close eye on Mudgy and where he comes out. And unfortunately, we've still got Mitch Campbell that hasn't secured his pit stop. It has not registered, so he's got to come back in.
He does, and like that, that's a gift. That's a gift for John McDonald. To go P4 tonight, but I'll tell you what, John McDonald has had a hard-charging John Carter ever since those pit stops where he came out in front of John.
Yep.
And John has just, little by little, just bridged that gap. In the last couple of laps, he's just been on him. They're mirroring each other's times. Both, last laps were 29 zeros, I might add, both of them. Yeah. 29 zeros apiece, so mirroring each other's pace. John could be potentially mirroring his pace because he's on the back of him and can't get past. But John doing a great job to hold him up.
Yeah. I mean, and John's racing IQ. He's that sort of guy, and potentially could be doing that. Carter, there's just no way, two ways about it. The Carter's quick in that Audi. So.
Yep.
If he's got any shot, he's going to have a crack at the BMW. So.
Yep. Yeah, so, I mean, for my money, I think Mudgy, he just ran a 29.2 versus Vic and Vic and Jamie's 29.4 plays 29.1. So, Vic made a 10th on him, Jamie lost 2 tenths on him. So he's right in that battle. He's in that battle.
Oh, yes, without a doubt.
And he needs to consider that.
And I'm really struggling to keep my eyes off the car because I'm just waiting for him to hit the pits. We've still got over 10 minutes to go though, J-Man.
Oh yeah, it was.
If the opening of the pit window was anything to go by, we've got
Melling.
three or so laps from the end of the race. Before he potentially has to go in.
Yeah, I just saw the I just saw the 714, which actually is supposed to be 713. So my bad for not editing that car number, as I haven't done a couple of them. He just had a little run wide down off the second chicane, and just made a bit of grass. No sort of harm, no foul, but he did lose some margin to
the boys behind there, Sam Carson and Lucas Saar. Let's have a look at that Lucas Saar car, actually. Joe, man, this is a beautiful looking car. It's a really unique, unusual paint job. Look at it. It looks like a bloody fighter plane. So,
it is a very, very pretty car.
And it just suits. It works so well. One of my favourites skin-wise. And it's not my thing. I probably wouldn't drive or suggest that for myself, but definitely a favourite, definitely a fan. So,
but you're right, it does work. It looks really good.
It looks really good. So, yeah, nice work, Lucas, on the skin. Don't know who's doing your stuff, but tell him to keep it up. Kenny, and who is that? Shane.
Yeah, so Shane making his way back through. Shane's up to 16th from the back of the pack.
From the back of the pack, yes.
So a lot of work to do for Shano tonight, but man, he's a hard charger. He knows how to pedal, this guy.
Yeah, definitely.
And good for Kenny to be battling with one of the real fast pro guys. So that's really cool.
Yep, and Kenny.
Yeah,
little tiny mistake there, and you know, thought better to contest and just let Shane go. But yeah, Kenny's car, another nice looking skin there too, Joe, with the Red Bull livery. So very nice stuff.
So just in behind the Spitfire-inspired Ferrari, you've got Aaron Enright and Steve Wilton going to battle as well.
Honda BMW.
Mudgeway to pit lane.
Now this is the one we need to watch. Just looking at the front of Steve Wilton's car, looks like a busted crab. Let's watch Mudgy. This is critical.
Yeah, so he got it nicely stopped there, so I don't think there's any concern about a speed limit breach on the way in.
Yeah, I think he's just playing it like Vic with the very conservative, just to hit your marks. No mucking around, no heroics. So let's just see.
You've got Ethan on the front straight now.
Now I expect second for this man.
Pulls it up, waiting. Come
on, get that thing off. Nice.
It was
audio.
Vaughan Martin just escaped to the pit, so that wasn't good.
So there goes Vic. That was two of them that just went past.
Yeah.
That was the Bentley.
Yeah, and the Porsche. Yeah. Yeah, so they've rounded him up, and he is vulnerable to Mitchie Campbell, who's actually just in behind him, about to share the same corner. They're currently in the same corner.
Yep.
Heading down to the chicane. So that's going to be a battle, because Mitchie will be settled and in a groove, because he pitted some time ago.
And Mitch with definitely plenty of pace. So that's put Mudgy back out. So those boys are covered well from their little faux pas before. Sorry, Joe, man.
No, just remembering Mitchie's going to get taken out of this battle, because he's got to make another stop within the next 3 minutes.
God, I hope he's aware of it too. I'm sure it's very clear on their data there. The little battle behind Joe.
John Carter.
Yeah, the two Johns. These guys, they were getting close there. Carter a little bit wide on the grass edges. Probably just cooling the left self a little bit, you know. So on this clockwise track. So, but yeah, where have all those guys landed? Ethan Cale in the Mercedes, out in Vic Chan, teammate in the Bentley with Jamie Cossar, also a teammate in third position. Mark Mudgeway in fourth position. Mitch Campbell really making gains on Mudgy already. J-Man in fifth. John McDonald sixth. John Carter seventh, who we'll be watching very closely. Brad Robinson eighth. Damien Jones.
Brad doing a good job. Yeah.
And Steve Milligan ninth. And
10th.
10th, should I say. And yeah, just with a little bit of breathing space at the moment. But Yes, John Carter doing a stellar job at the moment. So, he's
So-
doing well.
Kenny, after that slip up and then letting, sort of sidestepping and thinking Shane through, he's
Yep.
actually stayed on the back of him.
Yeah,
He's actually stayed on the back of Shane. So
yeah, because it looked like he was holding his pace anyway. I think we just realised that we were watching him, and he just sort of stepped out there a little bit, bro. And
Yep.
but now, yeah, just regathered it really quickly.
Vaughan Martin's got going again. He's 3 laps down. Obviously, with an escape to the pits, you do lose a lap or so. So
Yeah.
yeah, that's cost him dearly. So those boys will be rounding him up again shortly. So that's a real shame for him.
Yeah, tough gig too. Also, with the blue flag waving with such a spread of cars at the moment. Could be a frustrating race. What are you looking at there, Jake?
I just saw B-Dog. If you get if you want to, a 30 on B-Dog through turn 1, he was. I don't know if there was any lock left in it, but he was full oppie.
Look at that for shits and giggles. If we catch it, T1, here we go. Brennan Roll in the BMW. It's a Lexus actually.
Yeah, Lexus, sorry. Yep.
Wash my mouth out. Goes into full drift mode. Oh, tricky little corner there. It just deals with it. Nice stuff.
Yeah, no, he did a good job holding on to that.
He's probably watching his bloody mirror, to be honest, J-Man. See where he is, and he's got Ethan just right up his clacker.
So, Mark Mudgway just got an absolute mirror full of Mitchell Campbell at the moment. And Mitchie hasn't taken that stop, so that is going to cost him.
Oh, no. Windows shut too, J-Man. Just closed then. With pretty well 4 minutes to go there. So you've got about a 4-minute either end. Mitch all over Mudgway at the moment now, J-Man. And you did call this. So this is going to ramp up. Can that BMW keep Campbell behind him?
Likewise with McDonald and Carter, is that going to stay the same with 3.5 minutes to go?
Yeah. Well, what? How?
Oh, John just had to open the steering up because he just miscalculated the brake into the second to last turn before pit entry. It just about drilled the McDonald Marmite car.
The pressure's on with the couple of little battles going on here.
Yeah, there are.
So for the sort of the minor major placings, really, they're chasing 4th between Mudgee and Mitchie, and 6th with John McDonald, John Carter. So, this is serious stuff. This is round 1, race 1, J-Man. It's 2023.
Yeah, well, they go, hey, look.
Everyone's on the move.
They've got another quali coming up and another 40 to try and
well, that's true too.
Right the wrongs. But I tell you what, there's some really standout performances tonight. Brad Robertson in P8, Damian Jones in P9, and Steve Melling in P10.
P10, yes.
3 guys that come to mind of just doing everything right in their respective categories. You're talking about probably 3 guys. Big question mark over Brad Robertson at the moment around his,
his rating.
His rating. He'd like to tell us he's a pro-am. We saw him play amongst the boys at times last year, but
he played very hard up against the top boys last year. So. No, that's right.
3 standout performances for me.
Absolutely.
I'm not underselling the Ethan Cales and Vix and Co because we know how good they are. But some guys there that I've just really raised my eyebrows at the moment. They're just going very well at round 1, race 1.
Hey, and that's right. And like you said, we've got the 3 boys out in front at the moment. Just the aliens and what raises an eyebrow. When we're watching those guys, is when they bump into each other.
Yeah,
and
it does.
Hurt each other. That raises our eyebrows as well. So, what it does also show us, ladies and gentlemen, is that they're human. They make mistakes as well, pretty rarely, but they do. And as we wind down, what have we got? A little over a minute, J-Man. There's plenty to play for. We got 2 battles going on here. Pretty hard to know which one to watch because they're both equally as close.
Yeah, so John Carter and McDonald and Campbell and Mudgee.
Yeah.
Yeah, really hard to know where to look there. Mitchie faking to the inside to have a look there on John. Nothing to see there. And I think John Carter's is doing the same. So you know, I think the boys are on the last lap. Mudgie's got to defend for one more lap. It's Mitchie just
oh, look at that. He lost him a whole bunch there too, unfortunately.
That might be enough for Mudgie for the last lap, mate.
So was that a bit similar to what John Carter did?
Exactly the same move, and it begs you to do that down there.
I know. And the track looks wider than it is. When you get down there and you're in the car, it's not that wide just there. If you get a wheel on the grass, you're a passenger. So braking area. This has been fantastic. Again, like I mentioned right before we went to air, before we started the race. Oh, Steve Wilton with the drive-through just popped up in front of me there. 40 minutes just flies by, Jamie. I mean,
he will be gutted because he will not get to take that drive-through unless he is. Where
is he on track? No, he's not happy.
Oh, he's just gone straight on.
Yeah, he's not happy.
Yeah, he knew that was probably an 80-second penalty at best anyway, so decided to pull the pin there.
So, put that one back in the pits. Mudgee and Mitch Campbell just going through the motions. Mitch caught back up that little bit of a loss. John McDonald, the two Johns.
And Ethan Carl about to come across the line to take the victory for race one, round one,
2023, J-Man.
Yeah. Oh, mate, what a great victory for Ethan.
Fantastic.
Vic Chan backs it up 3.6 seconds. So they pulled half that margin back. There was about 6.5 when they tagged and then come back. So Jamie Kosa taking the final step on the podium, followed by Mudgway, Mitchell Campbell, John McDonald holds off John Carter, followed by Brad Robinson for an absolute standout drive into P8. Damien Jones, welcome back for P9. And my homie, my mate, Steve O'Melling, coming down to the final chicane, chasing Damien for P10. And then obviously Sam Carson and Lucas Saar, who were engaged in a great battle for the back part of that race to take positions 11, 12.
And also,
right at the line, Aaron Enright holds off Shane Fodderdown. So
that was close.
That was epic.
Oh God, it was just the nose of that Honda in front of it, eh?
Yeah. So Kenny Simpson for P15 holds off Troy Wilson. Bear Grylls in the camoed out Red Bull Aston there.
Yep.
Coming across for P17. Brendan Rolfe P18. Jeff Burst 19th. Farmer after that late mishap P20. Bobby Laycock 21st. Vaughan Martin. Oh no, Bobby got 20th. Steve Wilton 21st after that non-drive-through. Mitchell Campbell got relegated. He got 130 seconds added to his time, which would see him go. How far down would that take him?
A long way. 30 seconds back.
130 seconds, mate.
130 seconds. Oh,
it's a long way. So, hey, look, a little bit of mid-race drama, and it takes him back to P17 actually. So that punctures all those guys up a spot. So McDonald ended up with a P5 there. Yeah, so good stuff. Great first up race, and I won't waste any time in grabbing.
Let's just do this.
Jamie Kosa. So I shall grab Jamie. Oh, well. Grab him in here. Jamie, you got comms on us, mate?
Yeah, I do, mate.
Mate, where do I start? I'll tell you where I'm going to start. A 1:27 what? Was the qualifying lap time?
Yeah, wasn't too bad.
Mate, how many of those have you punched out in your sim racing career, mate, at this place?
Actually, not too many. I got close in the fast conditions, and I only spent a bit of time in optimum, and only got in there once, and I found I was faster in fast conditions than the optimum. So I managed to put it all together though.
Rightio. So you like that car to move around a little bit, obviously.
Yeah, it definitely helps the chicanes and that sort of thing.
Yeah, what's just a little bit more turning, obviously, just the way the rhythm.
Yeah, it takes a bit of getting used to, but yeah, if you can flick it the right way, you can actually take those chicanes quite well,
Yeah.
just as well as the big front engine cars, I think.
Yeah,
well,
nice stuff.
Look, a P3 in race one, round one's a great start to the season. I can't remember exactly what happened at the start of last season, but I can remember some big names, yourself included, had some whoopsies, I think, at the start of last season. So that was certainly a better start, but I am going to touch on it, mate, because that's what we're here for, about the re-entry with your mate and a little bit of contact. I want to hear your side on the story with your teammate down there at turn 2.
Yeah, he didn't get a call from his spotter, and I thought that I was going to make the turn, but I kind of understeered into him, and I think we just came together at the same part of the racetrack. So I thought, oh well, I may as well just wait, and we'll have a bit of a race after
Yeah,
that.
yeah. Well, look, I think one less layer of carbon fibre on that front splitter, and it probably would have been an okay move from both of you. I think there was just so little in it from our angle. But I know you're great mates, and you guys will press on. But it was a shame because that was really shaping up to be a hell of a battle, and certainly gave Ethan a free kick, really, didn't it?
It did, yeah. But I had a really poor start. I accidentally knocked my upshift, and so started in second. And so I got jumped by Ethan and Vic there. So I was a little bit annoyed with myself, and was just, we're playing. It was a bit coy early on who was going to pit when, and yeah, they played it well. So congrats to them, and we go again, get another chance.
100%, mate. Like it was really, really enjoyable to watch, and I didn't know what had happened off the start. I did think you would probably had a bit better control about that off the start, but there you have it. So obviously just a misshift, and it saw you guys go 3 wide into 1, but then still 2 wide with you and Ethan into 2, and a lot of respect though. So it was really cool for us to watch, and man, I know the boys will be looking for something more in Q2 to try and match that fantastic 127 that you fired out. So best of luck with the next one, Jamie. It's a great start, mate, to the season. There's nothing wrong with any podium. So congrats, mate, and hopefully we're talking to you again in about another 48 minutes.
Awesome. Thanks very much, guys.
Thanks,
Bye,
Jamie. Jamie cuts up.
Yes. Okay, so next cab off the rank will be Vic Chan, and we shall grab Vic up here. Vic, you got a comms on us tonight, mate?
Yeah, mate. Hey, guys. How you doing?
Good, mate. Hey, great
Well
start.
done, mate.
Yeah, great start to the race. Great race. Man, epic. Just had your fellow teammate in here talking to him about the brilliant 127 that he did. You guys weren't too far off it. And but yeah, fantastic pace in that Bentley, mate. I love that car. I'm rooting for you all season because it's a favourite of mine. And I'm going to touch on it as I did with Jamie. What's the call on the contact after the pit exits, mate? How'd you see that?
Oh man, my apologies to Jamie. My spotter didn't say anything about him being there, and I didn't see him in my peripheral view exiting the pits. So I just hit that apex, and I didn't realise he was there. So it was partly my fault because normally we were talking about it already that the guy exiting the pitch has the inside line, like the guy, because we should see him, like the guy coming behind should be able to see him and leave him room.
Yep.
But yeah, I literally didn't see him. So... Sorry.
It was so close when you came out. You were
very close.
I literally didn't see him, so it was my fault. I would have been okay with him just for him to keep going, but yeah, it's just one of those things.
Yeah.
Congrats to Ethan as well. That was tight. I literally got held up. I got held up by B. Rolf. Oh man, I was flashing him the whole lap like, me out of my way. I need these hot laps.
Yeah. No, good stuff, mate. So, have you got anything for that Q2 with that pole lap that Jamie said? Can you punch that thing into the 7s?
Yeah, I can. I've done it before, so fingers crossed I get it.
Oh, well, best of luck, mate. And yeah, thanks for the entertainment. It was really good. You guys actually were coming back at Ethan at the back end, like to finish 3.6 seconds off as to what was probably around 8 seconds after the incident, and then you guys pulled it back. So it was a great drive at the back end, and you and Jamie had a good battle off the back end. So it was
awesome.
Yeah,
Pretty
it was
entertaining,
fun.
mate.
It would have been really tight towards the end, just the three of us if we did. Me and Jamie didn't come in together. But yeah, congrats
Yeah.
to Ethan and Jamie as well.
Yeah, no, good stuff, mate. I'll enjoy what break you've got left before you go Q2 again, mate, and we'll hopefully talk to you again in another 40 minutes.
Yeah, cheers, guys.
Nice work,
Okay, mate.
Vic.
Cheers.
Vic Chan,
There you
everybody.
go. All right, we'll
One more.
grab our race winner up to the comms box. You got us, Ethan?
Hey, how are ya?
Mate, how was that?
Scary.
Yeah, like
Look great from up here.
from the outset, mate. You guys were 3 wide into 1, and then you held your nerve into 2 with your fellow teammate Jamie, who misshifted off the start, and you held your nerve and got in there. And geez, you guys went to battle, mate.
It was. We were expecting it. I mean, we've all kind of been on pace. So I haven't had a whole lot of time to do practice and stuff. So I'd argue and say I'm a little bit behind the 8 ball still. I probably could have gone 3 wide if I was really ambitious, if the championship was on the line, but I didn't think I'd end all of our races at turn 1.
Yeah.
Come on, it's round 1, mate. You got to start early.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, but hey, look, you benefited from that bit there as well. Gave you certainly a bit of a free kick on the margin, and they did come back at you. I don't know whether you were managing the back end of that race or what, but man, nonetheless, it's just you guys have shown us straight away that if you guys qualify where you're supposed to qualify, if you poke it up the front end, you guys are going to go to war. I think every time we see you, and it's pretty awesome to watch, mate. So congratulations on race 1. Victory at round 1 here, man. That's a great start to the season.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I mean, I saw the traffic coming up before, and it was only a matter of time until all 3 of us caught them. So just thought I'd dive in a little bit early, and I had no track limits for that first half, and then those 2 push laps I got 3, and then I got nothing to defend against if I do have to have 1 or 2 up my sleeve. So I mean, I got pretty lucky with them colliding. Obviously, that's not what I thought would happen, seeing as I don't think they've ever collided before in any sim race that I've ever done. And yeah, Vic's mentioned that his spotter just didn't
call it.
I saw Jamie coming out of the pits, and I knew I had him, that's for sure. And with those 2 battling away, after the accident, I kind of just thought I'd slow it down and not cop another track limit, because that would definitely be the end of the race for me, and probably be spewing all night. But,
and the track limit stuff's an issue, isn't it? Because it sort of begs you to jump those curves, doesn't it?
Yeah, you need to find pace. I was definitely losing about 6-7 tenths by the end of the race, just because I wanted to get to the end, and I knew a 10-second gap would have been enough with 15 minutes to go. So just ease off a little bit, and it doesn't matter how much you win by the end of the day. A win's a win.
That's it, mate. That's all that matters. And
yes.
Can you give us any insight? Obviously, I don't want to take away from the awesome victory you had, but what happened to Shane, mate? Did he just turn up late? He was busy, or we didn't see him qualify? So
no, he had a mate come over from Canada. He's been seen for 4 years, so
okay.
He rocked up on the last lap of qualifying, and he tried to get out, but he couldn't.
Yeah, no.
And he was kind of in the wars all race, apparently.
Yeah, he had a good drive back, so is what we expect from Shane. So hey, best of luck for this next one, mate. I don't know, what how much you got to squeeze out of this thing to make a 27 like your teammate did, but it's pretty clear that that's somewhere around the number.
That's the line. Yeah. That's the mark.
27 will be pole again. I just hope it's me this time. The car feels pretty good on that proper optimum track, and with it being on a Sunday, it should grip up nicely.
Yeah.
I don't know. This definitely isn't a strong track for the car, so I'm pretty happy with that. With that win
result, yeah.
No, that's a great start, mate. Because I think as well as we do, it's going to be a real arm wrestle this thing all season long. So best of luck for the next one, mate, and enjoy that one. You've only got a couple of minutes to catch your breath before you go and do this quali again. So mate, if it all goes right, we'll see you in another 48 minutes.
Hopefully, let's just hope that Shane doesn't end up pipping me, because I know he's got the pace around here.
Awesome stuff.
All right, mate. Okay, boys. Okay, see you. So
Ethan,
there you go. That's Ethan Kale, mate, our race 1 winner.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we as the boys are going to take a quick break. We are as well, just to wet our whistle. But join us. We're not going to be gone for long. It's round 1. It's 2023 GT3 season, race 2. Be back. Press buttons. Talk soon.
See you in a minute.
Welcome back, everybody, to the first round of Asrnz's 2023 Back Pain GT3 season. Tonight we're at Zolder, and J-Man by my side once again in the comms box as the boys smashed out Q2.
Yeah, Q2. We saw a 127 out there in Q1 by Jamie Kosa in that rapid Porsche. Took to the pole sitter, the podium place getters, and yeah, looking like I think the word was we saw Shane Wharedo, miss Q1, and I think Ethan just mentioned that he's got some serious pace, so look for him to post up a good time as well.
Definitely.
Vic Chan also mentioning that he thinks he's got more in the car than what he delivered in the last one. So, man, we thought the last one was hot, Davo. This one is about to ramp up.
It was bloody hot, that's for sure, J-Man. A little bit of hip and shoulder early on in the race. Obviously, the boys got an early pit window sprung on them as well, so we saw a flurry of pit stops early in the race, and And it was just all over the place, which really did spread the field out. It was great. Fantastic to watch.
Yeah, absolutely. We see Shane post an initial time up there, a banker of a 1:29.0. So that's your first your hot laps coming through.
Yep, starting to wind that Audi up.
Yep. So looking for, where's our pole sitter? Where's Jamie? Where is Jamie? Okay. Jamie's about to start a flyer.
Oh yeah, he's just into one in that Porsche. The boys coming together there, Jamie and Vic. I think it was in race one there, J-Man, but recovered well.
Yeah, we heard it. Yeah, just a miscommunication there from Vic with his spotter. Didn't realise Jamie was there, and you know, yeah, they didn't lose too much and played on, and yeah, great result for those guys.
For sure, for sure. So it's like Lachlan Andrews has joined us for race 2 as well, J-Man.
Yeah, good to see Lachlan turn up and manage to get him for this one. That's great. He is once again a new entry that signed up this year.
So good luck for your first official race of the season there, Lachlan.
Yeah. So Lachlan running a BMW.
Steve Melling just slipping into a provisional 12th position. I was actually a provisional 11th when I started this session, but no, Steve Melling slipped in. But yeah, dropping down
into the 27s.
27 and a little bit higher than the 27. What do we see? A 27.90 in Q1.
Yeah, yep.
So a little bit off that, but man, 27 is like you're splitting hairs when you're talking about the thousands.
Yeah. Oh, I heard the tyre scrubbing. I was just following Shane Slambo into the hairpin before the final complex there, and I could hear the tyres protesting.
Yeah.
So, who's that? Jamie Kosa on a 28.7. He's some 7/10 up already.
Yeah.
And building, but he's got traffic coming.
So that'll just put him in that 27.9 again. These boys look like they can, hit those higher 27s.
Yeah, he's up 8/10 now, nearly 9/10. He's just approaching Kenny. Is he gonna manage to get this thing done? Or is he going to run in? No, I think he's going to be all right.
He's got the space there. He's up to 9/10, so this is looking at a, 7/8 or so.
Yep. Oh, it's climbing. The delta's climbing.
So this could be even a 7/7. It's just flickering. There we go. 7th. 7/8. Oh, that's it.
He's banked it. That's it.
That's enough. That's enough.
Yeah.
Well, that was a 10th on his teammate.
But Vic Chan's. Oh no, he's cut. He's not. She's game over there. But Ethan Kale, 28.570, and he's 4/10 up.
Yeah, coming into the final complex of corners here. We've only got about 30 seconds to go on the clock here.
He needs a great final chicane here. It needs to be pinpoint perfect.
He's nailed it.
He's nailed it. It's building 49.47. So
put him in
it's
the
going to be
9.
close.
27.9.
Yeah, 28.145. It's not enough.
Just didn't get that chicane quite right, did it? Mitch Campbell, we really need to just see where he's at. Caught up in a bit of lack of traffic, right at the wrong spot. Oh, geez, that's off-putting when the car in front of you runs into the pit lane and doesn't brake.
Yeah. So is Ethan Kale going to manage to finish this lap? He's not, is he? Or is he? Did he get across the line?
I think he got across the line.
Did he?
I'm not showing a delta for him at the moment, though, J-Man. So
He's right on the split.
He must be, eh? Because
He's right on the split.
Yeah, I'm not getting a negative or a positive on that, so that's one to watch.
We're just climbing into the positive now. Half a tenth now. 0.8. So he's not quite. He's sort of hovering around that half a tenth.
Man,
For a tenth.
he needs 2 or 3 to get a pole position.
Well, he's got 1.5, 2 now into this hairpin. If he comes out of here right, he's just wagged the tail a little bit. That's going to take it all away. I think you'll find he's probably not going to get 2 tenths in the last corner. Does he go for it anyway?
Look deep. Nice tidy exit on the final chicane there. Watch this now.
Yeah, he backed out of it.
Way out of it, yeah.
So
there you go. We've gone 0 on the qualifying. So we have Jamie Cossa with a 1:27.832. It is better than Q1. Oh my God.
Backs it up.
Yeah, crazy stuff. Vic Chan in second. Ethan. And these guys, this is close stuff, Jay, man. These just 1/10, 3/10 down to third. But then Shane Fodado in, I hope I got that right, 4th. Yep. Sam Carson 5th. 6th is Mudgee. 7th, John Carter. Nice qualifying for John Carter. Mitch Campbell back down probably from where he'd like to be in 8th. J-Man. John McDonald's probably up a little bit on his last quali in 9th. Damien Jones, he would be stoked with a top 10 in a field like we have tonight. Damien Jones, he doesn't...
Another solid quali from Steve Melling too, Davo.
Yes. So, yeah, Steve Melling just out of the top 10. Steve Wilton just out of the top 10. Brad Robinson in 13th. Lucas Sarr in 14th. Troy Wilson in 15th. The list goes on. J-Man, Aaron Enright.
Yeah, Aaron Enright, followed by Lachlan Andrews, Vaughan Martin, Jeff Burst, Kenny Simpson, Mike King, Brennan Rolfe, Bear Grylls. I believe Ray Haggis is still out because of that hardware failure.
Oh, yes, wheel failure, yes.
Yeah, backed up P24 for Bob Laycock. So, great qualifying again. Once again, Jamie Cossa backing that up. Hey, we like to keep things relatively positive here all the time at ASRNZ, especially on our broadcast, because we have a good time. But I just want to pay homage and a bit of a shout out here, over here. Obviously, we've had massive devastation and destruction up and down the country over the last week to 2 weeks. We've had loss of life, and we've also had mass destruction of property and stuff. So really just want to put a big shout out and sending positive vibes and encouragement for those people and families and businesses that are going to have to look towards rebuilding
for sure
in the near future. So condolences and commiserations to everybody that's affected. We are thinking of you guys,
and lots of love from ASRNZ.
Yep.
So look, good luck with everything, guys. Oh, it's been tough. Had a bit of a shake too, I think, over there last night too, didn't you? I'm in Australia, so...
Yep. No,
I'm sort of... We're away from it all, but...
backed it up with an earthquake, but just a massive shout out to all the volunteers and the people that really, are going to just put mega hours into just extending themselves and helping people. So we wish you all the best. I guess we can only do what we can do, and like tonight, this is about these guys going out there and taking a load off and having some fun, and if you seek enjoyment out of watching these things, cool, but just spare a moment for those guys at some point just to think about all the hardships they're going through. But
absolutely,
Davo, we have got a hell of a good race coming up ahead of us.
We do. Well said, J-Man. And yes, look, and I say it all the time, if race 1 was anything to go by, race 2 is going to be a cracker. But
absolutely.
Man, it was epic. It was just epic. It was a perfect start to the season. These boys, and another thing I say all the time, these guys are just picking up where they left off last year. The pace is even hotter. We've just seen, a couple of guys rise to the challenge, just that little bit extra. We see Mudgee again in the BMW. We see Mitch Campbell coming back and really making a good showing. So a couple of guys there just you know, really rising to the challenge for 2023, J-Man.
Oh yeah, absolutely. But I just can't help but look at the moment, you know, like we got some quality steerers up and down this field, and you've got OES locking out the front 2 rows quite convincingly tonight with this Q2. I'm not sure why Ethan Cale just took off and then stopped, but that does not look good. He gets the car going again. That didn't look good though. He really something happened there.
Okay, yeah, so we have seen some curly stuff from the boys.
Yeah.
Tonight, we've had obviously a hardware failure with Ray Haggis, with the car stopped on the track earlier, and you just don't know. It's a fickle business, J-Man.
Yeah, I'm just going to get an insight to what happened there, mate. I'm just going to upset the apple cart here. All right.
Stand by, ladies and gentlemen.
Stand by, call it. Hey, Ethan, sorry, mate, I don't want to upset your formation lap too much, but you want to give us a bit of insight to what happened there?
My audio was too low. I couldn't hear the car.
Okay. Oh, well, mate, you scared us for a moment there, mate. So, all the best for this one, eh?
Thank you very much. See you later.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, that would have been a...
Yeah, you can't drive like that, but yeah, very scratchy connection there, straight out of the car, J-Man.
So just consider that going forward in this race. He just mentioned he had an audio issue. He was very staticky to us, so hopefully that doesn't have any effect on his race tonight, because he's right in the thick of it, starting off of the second row with one of the sister cars, the Audi of Shane Vorado, beside him. Obviously the 2 team cars up in front of him. The Audi, I have it on good information, is very, very good off the line. As we know, the Porsche punches out the hole pretty well. So, although as long as you don't misshift it.
Yeah, well, look, I mean, just going off the last season of last year, 2022, with Dave Zero at the wheel of the Audi, and just watching these 2 boys just circulating in them, Shane and John. Yeah, they're a good all-rounder, aren't they, the Audi?
Yeah, they are. So I didn't think, once again, when I watched the race with Shane and Kenny, he made his way forward, but you know, and then he was looking for a pass on Aaron Enright at the very end.
He definitely had a battle on his hands as we round the final. They form up. It's 2023, round 1 at Zolder, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to go green any second. We've got a green flag, J-Man. All the boys off cleanly this time.
Oh, contact into turn 1 with Vic Chan and Jamie Kosa.
Straight away, which has actually bunched the field a little bit there, Jamie.
It has.
Jamie Jones pushing. Just leaving Steve Melling out wide.
There's still 2 wide heading down through turn 4. Oh.
And Mark, we got John Carter and Mitch Campbell behind. I nearly saw a repeat of
we've had a big incident off of turn 4.
Down the back there, yes. Who's that?
Aaron Enright and somebody else. I didn't quite catch the car, but it was big.
Yeah,
only a couple of cars involved, fortunately.
As we go side by side, who's this? This is Vic Chan and
Jamie. Oh, nearly contact again from the 2 cars.
Ethan already went through. He just took the Porsche and it's really pulled him up a little bit. It's on. So yeah, again, some early dramas, a little bit of hip and shoulder.
Who's that down the inside of Mitchie?
That is Sam Carson. It is on, J-Man.
Mate, lap 1, and these boys will well know
look at John down the inside of Sam Carson.
He's going to be on the outside.
Oh, he's got it, and John McDonald's like, oh, I want a part of that.
Give me some of that. I tell you what, that's lap 1 completed.
I'm
ready for bed.
We got another bloody 39 minutes to go, mate.
Tell you.
That's
Good early race incident, and they've got 2 wide coming down the chicane behind them. I don't know who that is, but that's an inside move as well. So I think that was Bear Grylls and Mike King rounding up Bob Laycock through the chicane.
Bear Grylls, Mike King, yeah, definitely just well in battle there, side by side. Look, I think we might have had a bit of a technical issue there.
Yep.
The stream looks like it may have stopped and started. Hopefully we're back on air, ladies and gentlemen.
Looks good for me, mate.
Small interruption, but yes, look, I think it's just this hectic pace on the track that's freaked out the internet here.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what, Ethan Cale's got another free kick here, Davo, and he's checking out. He's checking out. He's done a 1:28.6.42 already to be the fastest man on track using that fresh air. Vic Chan in second, Shane Fotido in third,
Yes.
Jamie Cossa, once again, just getting done off the start.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
a little
yeah.
surprised.
Yeah, nice work from Shane actually to get up there, and Mudgee really in touch this time as well.
Yeah, Mudgee looking good.
And so, yeah, might be able to chase that pack. Jamie, like you said, in between Shane and Mudgee, it's Campbell in 6th, so he's made a little bit of a gain. He's come up a couple of positions.
He has.
Sam Carson in 7th. John Carter in 8th. I should get my pronunciations.
Yep.
John McDonald in 9th, who is in right on the tail of John Carter, actually.
Yep.
With Brad Robertson right behind him in the S and rounding at the top 10. So.
Pit windows open, Davo. Who comes in?
Already. Here we go.
Yep.
These boys are only just whipping around the back section of the track. Pretty well everybody from Vic Chan back has got a chance to do this. Here we go. There's one in.
First guy in
Jamie's
is
in.
Jamie Cossa. He's not happy sitting where he is in traffic. He's gone.
Okay, we got John McDonald, we got
McDonald.
Luke Gassar, we got Vaughan Martin in.
Yep. There's a flurry of activity into the pit lane. We'll be watching those telemetry to see A, who has a good stop, B, if anyone gets a penalty, we'll bring it to you live. Hopefully everyone gets out of this in relative good fashion. Hopefully these kids are quite well versed at this.
Just keep a close eye on what goes on here. Now, Jamie out swimmingly. He's hit the jacks perfectly, and he's off the jacks sweetly. That was a quick stop.
Yeah, not bad from JB either. That's not too shabby.
So McDonald on his way out as well in the Marmite BMW. J-Man, mate, flurry of pits. Lachlan Andrews with this early stops has put him into 11th. Troy Wilson in 10th. Steve Milling in 9th. Brad Robertson in 8th.
Mudgee's still in touch here with Shane, obviously with Jamie falling off the back there going for a pit stop. That gap's not too much different from Mudgee to Slambo too, so both.
Oh, very deep though, J-Man. Just
Mitchie and Mudgee, both deep.
yeah. Mitch will want to make amends for last race. You would think, like the guy's got the pace, but like a pit stop glitch is tough to take, isn't it, J-Man?
1%ers, mate, can be the difference in this.
Oh, you know it. Sam Carson, John Carter.
Yeah, that's a battle that's going to go on, I believe, for the next 33 minutes, mate.
Yeah.
Yeah, and John really just, he's one of the guys that's turned up, relishing the opportunity here at Asrnz to showcase what he's got, and it's pretty clear to see. He went toe-to-toe with John McDonald, who is, a multi-time champion
At ASR, yes.
at Asrnz. So, good stuff to see him turn up and put it out there. Really, really happy for the performance I'm seeing out of Steve Melling at the moment as well. This guy is a solid Pro-Am driver that's, knocking on the door of a top 10 consistently at the moment, which you'd have to argue would lead him towards the front end of that Pro-Am category. So a big title fight on this year for Steve Melling. We know he's consistent, he's a true gentleman, and he'll be here. He'll be one of the guys that be here for every round. So
Yeah.
anyone looking for that who have we got to stop go for? 277. Who is two?
Lachlan Andrews, he's just
Lachlan.
leaving the pits now. So he's
Okay.
obviously just had probably a little bit of a speeding infringement.
Yeah, it's not a little bit. 30 seconds says that he actually got it quite wrong.
Okay, so that was obviously on the entry because that came up before he'd even left the pits, I think.
It did. Yeah.
Or it was very close to. Anyway, either way, 30 seconds, which will seem like freaking half an hour, as you know, J-Man.
Yep.
Back to Sam Carson, Brad Robinson battle here. John Carter, should I say? John Carter,
Yeah.
Sam Carson. I've got to get my pronunciations right. Carter, Carson. Okay.
Yeah.
And then we got the Brad Robinson right behind it. And Carter actually gets one of the ripper strips on the exit. They're very heavy, which
cost him.
allows, cost him definitely. Allows Carson, and you can just see that Melling, Castrol, McLaren lurking in the background, not that far behind Joe.
No, he's right there, and I think he just needs to keep his rhythm. If these guys go to battle, that'll be worth a few tenths, maybe a second. So
sure.
given the fact he's probably 3.5 off of that, he could just settle into his groove, and he'll get there.
That's right. He's in the top 10. He's in 9.
Oh, Sam Carson went for the pit lane, got his timing wrong, and actually had to take to the grass to miss John Carter on the way in the lane.
Oh, wow. Do we need a replay of that, J-Man?
Well, it was a touch and go moment, mate, so I don't know if it's
Let's
an
have a
FGM, but it's right up there.
Sam Carson, pit entry, scary. As we just pick up on it now, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, absolutely.
Oh, he did well. He did real well.
Yeah, he would have been well puckered there.
So Mudgee got a run at the moment on Shane. So Shane Mudgee looking good. Shane slightly better out of the chicane, but Mudgee's definitely not giving up on the back of that Audi, Davo. Right on it into the chicane. So brakes working real well on the Beamer at the moment.
Yeah.
Mitchy Campbell's the watching brief.
Yeah, I just wonder whether Mudgee thinks he's got the measure on that Audi compared to the Porsche or the Merc or the Bentley. You know what I mean? You got it in your head that you think, oh, I got this guy's measure. I should be able to keep up with this guy. Where other people you might not. You just go, no, I'll just drive at my own pace. You know?
Yeah.
He looks like he's driving with a little bit more intent.
Yeah.
So
So
what I'm saying, David.
yeah, I think you're right. And just notice to the last lap around, obviously Ethan Cale got probably the best start of the lot, checked out.
Yeah.
Vic Chan, obviously the lap before ran a 28.0. We've got to remember that 27s were the qualifying pace. He just ran a 28.0.
Yeah.
The lap before to bridge that gap.
May as well be a 27 there, folks. That's what we're saying, isn't it?
Pretty much. So he's he's in with a shot. You heard Ethan say that he thinks that those guys have got a couple of tenths on him.
Yeah.
He got down. He mentioned track limits the last race, and he did mention that he really has to cut those chicanes to get that lap pace up.
Yeah.
And then obviously when you run out of cuts, you've got to wind it back in, and it was costing him about 6 tenths.
Yeah,
of a
6 or 7
second a lap.
tenths. That's right. Yeah. Which is a bloody big chunk, isn't it, J-Man? Especially when you're in a group like this, you've got to. You can't do that unless you've got clean air.
Yep. Mudgee once again. Oh, it's a three-way battle for those guys. Shane, Mudgee, and Mitchie.
Oh, it's on.
Throw a blanket over those three.
Yeah. And look who's lurking in the background there. John Carter. And we know how quick John is.
Yeah.
So, like, these guys can't be doing their best. Let's have a look at these times as they come across the line.
29.4, 29.3, 29.1, John Carter 29-1.
Yep, okay.
Yep.
So he's on the money, and potentially should, I'm thinking is they might just come back to him a little bit because of the pace.
Yeah, so I mean, it'd be certainly something to keep your eye on because he's the guy with the most clear out of those four.
Yep.
You know, there's no doubt that Shane's going to be looking in the mirrors, as is Mudgee. And then Mitchie's probably driving the safe line. He just checks out to look for some fresh air into the brake zone of the chicane.
As we just see Vic Chan coming out of the pit.
Oh, we missed that stop.
Yep.
Okay.
Just looking out of the front of Mitch Campbell's car on Mudgee here. This is close, Jamie.
It is close. So where did Jamie Kosa end up with Vic Chan? Okay, so there's a little bit in it. Yeah, they're on the same straight, but yeah, Vic's got a bit of margin there. Oh, gee.
No, I'm getting...
Sorry, viewers, we're normally pretty solid with our feed, but it did pick up on the replay. It actually caught it. It was a little bit probably low quality feed, but you did see it.
Yeah,
and we're back to normal. So Mudgee in the lane. Mitchie in the lane. Mitchie away. Can Mudgee cover him off? Get that thing off the jacks, Mudgee.
He's out.
Yes. Both clear on the stops by the look of it.
No red flags there, J-Man.
Yep. No, Mitchie gets that done properly this time. He will be a relieved man.
For sure. And yeah, apologies, viewers. We are having some connection issues, so we are basically having to restart the stream every now and then. Not ideal. Bear with us. Keep watching.
Yep, we'll keep it coming to you. Obviously, we've got limited, control over some of the variables, but onwards and upwards, we are still going green. We have got Mitchie in behind McDonald, who has stopped as well. So we did miss some stops there, some early stops. So McDonald has jumped Mitchie in that.
Yes, and McDonald has
completed his stop.
Yes. So both Mitch and McDonald, Mudgee and Kosa. So Vic Chan also.
Yep. So I'll be certainly looking to see how Shane and John Carter come out of that battle.
Yep.
I think we know that Vic Chan, once Ethan Cale makes his stop, that is going to be close because there was a 1 second margin when he came to pits, 1 to 1.1. So that'll be relative to Ethan's stop.
Yep.
And we certainly know what happened between Vic and Jamie in the last race.
Well, we don't have to say anything. It's all there. So, yes, let's watch that space.
So, some good pit stops being shaken out. Is my... having a couple of techie issues. I see my... okay. We'll just stop and start it again too, David. As we see Ethan Cale in the lane. So, a lot of bad weather. A lot of bad weather down here at the moment, folks. So, hopefully we can keep pressing on with these streams.
Yeah, some sketchy stuff, but we are still alive. We persist. We encourage you to as well.
Oh, this is going to be close. I tell you
Ethan
what, this
Cale
is going to be
in the
close
pits.
with Vic Chan and Ethan Cale.
Let's pop back on Vic Chan's car.
Yeah, so I'm just telling you, so Ethan's coming into the lane. Geez, it's slow. Up on the blocks.
Vic Chan coming up with the final chicane.
Off
This
the
is
blocks.
going to be close. He's going to get this.
Out the lane. Accelerating now. Ethan coming up to the exit now.
Oh, he's easily got him.
He's got him. Yep.
Yeah, nice
So-
work. He did have a fairly comfortable lead though there, didn't he?
Well, he had 1.1 at the stop.
Yeah.
It looks like he's got more now,
It
to
does
be
look
honest.
like he's got more there actually, doesn't it?
So the next one to think about, I mentioned to you about John McDonald stopping, and
Steve Melling just re-entering the race as well. Oh, and very close. In behind one of the Asrnz there.
That was super close to, who was that? Was
I'm
that
not sure who that is.
Sam Carson? No, it wasn't. It will be
No, it's not
Vaughan
Sam.
Martin. Vaughan Martin, it was.
Oh, yeah, it's the blue one. Oh, excuse us, viewers, we're still getting used to all the Asrnz, so
Yeah.
we're working on it. We've got custom skins, so that's a help. But yeah, just getting used to the new liveries, and don't they look fantastic again?
We've got 9 more weeks, Davo. Come on.
Yeah, well, I reckon we should have it by then.
Yeah, we'll be close.
Surely. Anyway, let's back up here to Damien Jones and Ethan Cale. Very close into T1 here.
So this is going to hurt Ethan because Jarks won't have blue flags because he hasn't stopped. So he's not
No.
effectively a lap down. So he doesn't have to yield. So does this play into the hands of Vic Chan?
Well, quite possibly, without a doubt, actually. It's just looking at him, he's just hovering in the background there already. Damien, not obliged to.
Well, he's got to run.
Give him any space at all. He's got that Merc up the side.
He won't have the best run over the chicane.
Damien looking for the inside into the next chicane. Oh,
Yeah.
just leans on it. You need to shoot back to this John McDonald, Troy Wilson battle. Oh, it's not John McDonald, Mitch Campbell.
Mitchie. Yeah, these guys, are these guys going to be together all season, I think, aren't they?
And Mitch, look at the attitude in the in the McLaren. He's driving with absolute intent. He is just showing every mirror. He's full of that thing.
John knows where to put the car, though, doesn't he?
Oh, he does. He's cool as a cucumber, isn't he, mate? Look at him, just calm as.
I guarantee he's got a smile every time he comes into a brake zone.
He's like the old boy in the fast lane on the freeway, you know, like it's just like doesn't even see you there.
John Carter to the pits. John Carter leaving the pits. So this is the guy that I thought would play into the John McDonald battle.
Okay, so John McDonald and Mitch Campbell.
Having a big old look.
Oh, they are. Here we go, John Carter.
So Mudgie's comfortably got that one, but the McDonald one, I think John Carter might have these boys.
Let's have a look at Mitch Campbell's car. Yes, there's Carter up in the distance.
Yeah, he's got them. He's got them comfortably. So that's a positional gain. That is a positional gain through the pit stop. So these guys potentially holding each other up, looking at their last lap times at 131s and 131s and both 131 apiece.
Yep.
Yeah, they definitely holding each other up.
Oh, look at him smack over those curves. Mitch Campbell is definitely getting held up by John McDonald. There's no two ways about it. That car is so much quicker than that BMW at the moment.
Yep. He's just struggling to find a way through.
Yeah.
Although
and will do. Oh, look at the opposite lock from Campbell.
But still recovers it and still gets on his bumper.
Yeah, and he's just look at that. Oh, here we go.
Good move.
Oh. McDonald up the right hand side.
Oh, yeah, he's looking.
Straight. No, he's had enough. He's just like, no. Campbell, weaving.
Yeah, you've got to watch how much you do that.
He's just like, no, it's mine now. Get back.
And so who's this? Sam Carson joined the party.
Oh, well, he was always going. He was just hovering there the whole time, and now with those couple of really deep dives from Mitch Campbell and John McDonald.
And you know who else is going to join the party is Brad Robertson just exiting the lane. And he does. He joins it. He gets in front of Mitchie.
Oh,
Mitchie turns him. Mitchie rotates him. That is going to cost him big time. That is a redress if ever I saw it.
Oh, we've got to look at a replay of that.
You'd want to redress it. It's worth a lot more not to than it is to. John McDonald up the side. Contact. Down into the chicane. Still more contact. And Sam Carson gets through. John rotates Sam Carson on the way through.
Oh, no. We're in another another replay. Let's.
It's
just
all right.
get on
I'm just trying to keep you up to speed with what's going on.
As we see, Campbell just tagged the back of the Aston there. Unfortunately.
Oh, lots and lots of contact at the.
Let's get onto the John McDonald stuff. Check this out. Down into the chicane. Oh, tap, budge, elbows out. Everything's out.
Oh, you've got both of them. Good work.
Unbelievable. Unfortunate there for the Aston. He got around the outside, a little bit upset on the ripple strip. John had nowhere to go.
I don't believe he did. Nah, I think you'd be hard pressed to rule that one there because John, Sam Carson taking the opportunity, but there's not a lot of room there.
Wow.
John wouldn't have known he was coming.
Wow, that is epic stuff, viewers. I hope we're still live. Yes, I'm looking down at my screen. It says we are.
Yep, no, we're still punching ours. I just saw Jamie Kosa just run through the first chicane. Just absolutely got that. Unfortunately,
totally wrong.
Yeah, wrong in the brake zone and just ran it through. He was putting a lot of pressure on Vic Chan. Vic Chan still pressing on. Ethan Cale, on the other hand, he's out there doing his thing. Shane is actually out there, hasn't made his pit stop.
No.
He has got 25.2 seconds ahead down the road.
Is that enough?
I believe it's about 32, mate. So, 28 to 32, depending on the duration of the stop.
So that could pull him back into about 4th or 5th position or something after the stop. But only 2 people not to stop yet: Damien Jones and Shane there in the Audi. And man, he's honking in that thing tonight.
Yep. So that's a big one there. So you end up spending the next 15 minutes if you're Mitchie thinking about that. As do you if you're John McDonald, as do you if you're Sam Carson, as to what went wrong there.
And where do you go from there?
Sam was the big loser out of that one. He's currently back down in P14, and he's got the likes of Lucas, Steve Melling, Brad Robinson, and Vaughan Martin, all just ahead of him.
Mate,
and
there's that angry little pack right there, isn't it?
He's got the pace, but that's 15 minutes. If you grab all those guys, it still only pulls you up into P10. So
and a lot of hard work going in there. To have it all just disappear. But look at that battle. That Brad Robinson, Steve Melling, Lucas Sam Carson.
That is actually a great battle of cars there. And I say only P10, and I tell you what, if I got a P10 in this field right now, I'd be pretty bloody happy.
Oh, yeah, mate, absolutely. We got 23 cars in there.
Shane Florido into the pits too, David.
Let's watch this.
Pulled up nice and sharp on the marks too, mate. Was only one brake application, and it was fast. It was a fast stop.
The Mercedes, the Bentley, the Porsche.
Yep.
All swing past. Who's that? Mitch Campbell.
Yep.
So Shane out into the pit lane now. Who's next?
Mudgee coming through turn 1.
Mudgee.
I believe he's going to have Mudgee here.
Oh no, he's got it.
Yep.
Yep.
Mudgee's on him though. Shane with a big wag of the tail.
Big wag of the tail as he leans on the right pedal in the Audi. He's seen that BMW coming. BMW. Cool, calm and collected. It's on warm tyres. Here he goes. Does he make a move?
Oh, he's looking. He is looking.
This is the time to pounce though, J-Man, isn't it? Just like...
It kind of is. Yep. But this Audi will get better as the race goes on, because what we know is it doesn't like the full tank as much. So as this fuel load burns off, these guys only got to put 1 litre in. So they would have fueled the cars heavy. That car's probably at its weakest at the start of the race, and then as he presses on, it'll get better and better. And we've seen him qualify on the 2nd row, so start expecting to see that car really punch into the low 29s, 28s. If it can.
For sure.
So just looking. So what have we got? Have we only got Damien Jones as the last car to make a
Damien Jones.
pit stop. Currently running P4.
P4, and like you said, about 35 odd seconds to trundle in, get
Yep.
the thing up and down, and get out. So, yeah, you can see that car just getting back, and I think he could still stay in the top. He qualified in the top 10, Jamie. So
He did. Yeah, he did. Yep.
and has sort of really kept his nose pretty clean throughout the race. So there's no reason why he shouldn't come out of the top 10. Good clean stuff from Jacques. So yeah, good stuff, and good to see you back, mate.
Yeah, 100%. So that battle's still raging on between Sam Carson, Lucas Steve Melling, Vaughan Martin, Brad Robertson. So that's the battle. Where is Aaron Enright off the back of that?
I was just looking at I can't get my eyes off the bloody Shane Prodido and
Mudgee.
Oh,
Mudgee's tagged him.
Mudgee nicked the back of it. Look,
Yeah,
and
he
this
got out of
it. Mate, John Carter's just sitting back there.
Yes.
He's watching all this going on in front of him. He's just like, go for your life, guys. Just keep it up. So
Keep it up, boys.
Yeah.
I'm coming.
I'm right here.
Yeah, I got some balloons.
Yeah. So he's the man with the popcorn at the moment. He's ready and waiting to take advantage of whatever comes of this battle in front. J-Man, and it is hot. And look at Budgie. It's a little bit gun shy now. It looks like he's just eased off a little bit there. Just sort of, bit of a shake. Shake it out, and get back into it, mate.
Yeah, well, he's got to talk to a couple of paint manufacturers at the end of this one, I think. So got to tidy up the front of his and the back of Shane's. So
another coat of Vegemite won't fix, mate.
Yeah, smear it on, mate. So no, that's looking good. McDonald got his hands full of Brad Robertson now. So that battle of Brad Robertson, Vaughan Martin, Steve Melling, Lucas, Sam Carson. They've actually caught the Marmite car of John McDonald. McDonald posting a 1:32.9 the last lap, so something didn't go quite to plan on that lap.
Okay, so that's slow.
It's by his standard, it's not on the pace.
Yeah, that's a good what, 2.5, 3 seconds slower than what he should be.
Yep. So just watching the Cornflakes car as well. He's just working his way up to the back of Brendan Rolfe too. So those guys are going at it. A couple of Hamiltonian boys going at it. So it's a good little battle. Aaron Enright's further up the road from there. But yeah, certainly Sam still working over the back of Lucas. So trying to work his way through. I said to you, if he made it through, he'd get to P10. But that's going to be no easy feat because that pace is pretty similar.
Look at that pack. It's just line of stern stuff, like you really can't go anywhere. You get past one, you're just stuck in the middle of it. It's just like peak hour traffic, isn't it? And as much as they want to gain those positions, it's very tough to get it sorted and then slot back in and find that rhythm again. Shane. Just quickly go, John McDonald.
I'm just still stuck on the Mudgeway thing with John Carter coming in line.
That's where I was heading.
Yeah.
So, we're slipping up there now, viewers, because this is where the battle is. We've got 8.5 minutes to go. Again, this 40 minutes race with this sort of pace, J-Man. 40 minutes, it just goes so quick. Time travel, I tell you.
And where did Jacques? He's still in there. He's only got probably a couple laps in it before he's got to make his stop.
Yeah.
As we see him peel into the lane now,
Yeah,
so
we
he's
just see him in the distance there as these boys start to round him up. Damien Jones in the pit. Now we just watch his position. I would expect to see that car stay in the top 10, but clearly
I think you might find he might end up at about Steve Melling, somewhere around there.
You think so?
Yeah, it was my pick was be Steve Melling, maybe Sam Carson.
Okay, as we just get eyes on John McDonald.
Oh, no, it's going to be further back than that, I think.
Who's that right behind? Is that Toy Wilson? Toy Wilson.
No,
It's not.
no,
It's Brad
no.
Robinson.
Yeah, it is, Brad.
Sorry, I've got a car.
Yeah,
sitting in my
Troy's
data.
bailed. We've had a
Yep.
few bail. I think Farmer's bailed. And
Okay,
Lock-
so John McDonald, Brad Robinson. Battle. Brad Robinson does. This is Brad Robinson in Pro-Am. Yes, J-Man. And leaning on the back of this, well-known AM driver, John McDonald.
pro driver.
Pro driver.
Yeah.
Plenty of medals. And so Brad Robinson, after last year and now leading into this season, damn, his pro-am status must be in question, I think.
Yeah.
But the powers to be.
Yeah, there'll be a big hard look at that, mate, because he's got some serious paces. We see John Carter's joined the has definitely
train.
joined the party now.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
And we knew this was going to happen, didn't we, J-Man? As Mudgee just got back onto the back enough of Shane just to start applying that pressure. Yes, he has. But who does he have in tow? John Carter. And look, will distract him, won't it, J-Man? He'll just have that Audi in his mirrors, and he'll always be watching that inside line, I suppose, too, and how he attacks at Shane.
I tell you what, that Aston, you're right, that Aston of Brad's is looking a lot more settled at the moment than the BMW of John's.
I think so.
It just, they're not quite off the apex of that turn 5 there, but certainly the one before he was looking good.
Yeah, and we're just getting eyes on actually Steve Melling. I think he's on Vaughan Martin.
On Vaughan, yeah, for that P10, that coveted P10.
Yes, and it's a big thing. It is a big thing. Doesn't matter whether there's 12 or 11 drivers in the race.
Yep.
Get that top 10. It's always a big thing.
Massive.
So look at how tight that group is, J-Man.
I think, yeah, that's a good battle pack. I mean, Vaughan doing a great job in P10 right now.
And working. You can see the opposite lock, even from the outside camera views here. You can see the attitude of the cars. It goes deep into that right hand. It's so easy to do. On that downhill run.
Yeah, so Steve-O's really stalking at the moment.
He's got the pressure from behind too, J-Man.
Yep. Lucas Sam Carson right there.
Got to get back up the pointy end here and just get back onto this Shane, Mark, John battle for 4th, 5th, 6th, J-Man. Sorry for the boys up the front. You guys are boring.
Yeah, Ethan, Vic and Jamie. I've been keeping my eye on them. They're status quo, but they're at such a pace. They're all 28.8, 28.9, 29.5. They're just...
Make it look easy as the pit window closes, J-Man. So that's it. Everybody's pitted, luckily. There is no red flags.
Shane, Mudgee and John.
Wow, John all over. Now just watch Mudgee here as surely he's going to just get off the back of that Audi a little bit just to control John's attack.
Yeah, well, I suppose if you're bunched up behind...
He's going to have to manage it, isn't he?
Yeah, if you're stuck behind the Audi, it'll leave John into, maybe another line.
So he's at the bloody Audi sandwich there, isn't he?
He is.
And like I sort of alluded to in the earlier part of the race, just such a good all-rounder, the Audi, lately.
Yeah, it is.
We saw it in Dave Zero's hands late last year, and he was just hitting his marks and really upsetting the boys.
So no Dave Zero tonight?
No Dave Zero tonight, unfortunately. Thank you, Dave Zero, and obviously his brother is a regular watcher. Get back to this John McDonald, Troy Wilkes. No, sorry, Brad Robinson, John McDonald battle. Brad, again, like you said, that Asrnz definitely looks more settled.
Does. Oh, John Carter having a big look on Mudgee there.
Oh, this is going to ramp up. We really can't sort of get away from this because it's only about 2.5 minutes to go. It's only going to be another lap. Probably this one and one more. Maybe another one. Very close here. Carter, hungry, J-Man.
Oh, Melling hungry too. Jesus, where do you look? Melling was super aggressive on Martin into the chicane, but Vaughan pretty good through the chicane. So
yeah.
Yeah, where do you go? Where do you go?
Where do you go? I think Melling, like I said, just trying to relieve the pressure from behind and just wants to get past that car in front. Probably as did Mudgy, where now he has Carter all over the back of him.
Oh, has he? What?
It's relentless. It's not going to stop here. These guys are going to do 2 more laps by the looks of it.
Yep.
So he's got, mate, given the right pressure. Oh, as he goes very deep, Carter.
Yep.
Looking over the steering wheel of John Carter's car at the moment.
He just pushed wide into that right-hander, really just looking for a run.
And easily done on those 2 corners. It's sort of got that little bit of off-camber. Very tricky stuff.
Yep. Ethan Cale controlling this now, I believe. Last lap round was a 28.9, so he's comfortably on his way, I think.
And as usual, excuse us for not highlighting the boys up the pointy end. They're doing their thing because the battle is back here. And it's on.
It is on. It is on.
Right, man. Benito is on the final lap.
As we commence the last lap of this 40-minute race, race 2 of round 1, season 1, 2023. Ethan Cale leading the way from Vic Chan, Jamie Coates, Shane Fododo, Mark Mudgway hot on the heels, John Carter not far to follow, Mitchie Campbell P7, bit of a lonely P7 right now, John McDonald with a lot of heat from Brad Robertson.
I think that's where the battle is.
Touches him up, rotates him out of the hairpin, pulls over to rear dress, but that is worth a lot of positions.
Wow, the camera's slow to pick up on that. We're going to have to get a replay. We're just going to try and get a quick one in here.
Yeah, that's a shame because that battle had raged on for a long, long time. So that's going to see John fall down to probably P12, I would think. Somewhere around about.
It's a shame. Tough gig. Tight J-Man.
Yep.
It's what it's all about. It's just the limits are stretched. These guys are pushing.
Oh, all the time.
Yeah.
John Carter looking for a late move on Mark Mudgway into the chicane. They know that this is the last lap. It's now or never for John Carter.
Ethan Cale getting caught up right in behind a back marker. We've got Vic Chan.
Oh, it's to the line. It's to the line.
Whoa.
He gets it done.
Finished the race.
Ethan Cale, Vic Chan.
Stuff.
Jamie Cross. Whoa. I didn't see that coming, eh?
What was the margin? 1.121. So
we got
just
Mudgy
over
with
a
a bit of a mistake out of the hairpin and just put John bloody car right up behind him.
Right on him.
Shane goes through, but those two again right down to the
Oh,
line.
we've got Sam Carson on the inside of Steve Mallon. Gets the job done. 2 corners to go.
Oh, this game was so slow, J-Man. Here he goes.
Steve-O's going to have a look. Does he dive back down the inside? No, he doesn't. Thinks better of it.
There's on caution.
So that's...
This group comes across.
So that Steve-O must have lost a round.
So Vaughan Martin, Lucas Saar,
Yeah.
Sam Carson, and Steve Melling just out of the 10 in the 11.
Oh, mate. How was that?
John McDonald in 12th, Brad Robinson in 13th. Man, wow. What a fucking battle there was going on. Jamie and Jones down in 14th.
Oh, we've got 2 cars side by side. We've got Aaron Enright, Jeff Burse coming down to the final chicane side by side.
Oh,
Who gets better?
it's on. Oh, Burse just flies into the pits.
Oh, both of them into the lane.
What's going on here?
What's going on here?
J-Man.
And then, so who was that just got them both?
Oh, it'd be bloody Bear
Brendan.
Grylls or something. No, it's not Bear Grylls.
Brendan Rolfe. Brendan Rolfe got
Rolfe.
them both.
Yeah. in
Yeah,
the Lexi.
It's an interesting play.
Okay.
Yeah.
I got
No.
nothing for that.
No, I'm not sure about that. I
We're
don't
not,
know too much about that.
well, usually we've got an opinion on everything, J-Man, but I don't know what's going on there. But, oh, look.
Yeah.
What
Oh, there you go.
freaking hectic race, J-Man.
That was amazing. Right, I'm not going to muck around. I'm going to grab the third place getter
Stop
in here,
mucking
which,
around.
to my calculation, Jamie Koza. We got you on comms, mate.
Wow. Jamie.
Yes, you do.
Mate, you backed up the quali.
I
Bettered
did.
it. You got a slightly better lap that one, mate. That was a mega lap.
Thank you. Yeah.
And then went to war with your teammates.
Again. It kind of played out all the same, really. It was a bit deja vu. Got a good lap in, and then just went backwards in the first couple of laps. I had another gear problem again.
Yep.
It got stuck in second when I went over the first chicane, and I was trying to shift up, and it just wasn't registering. And then Ethan and Vic managed to get through there. So
Yeah. My offside, I did catch a bit of that, I think, and I kind of missed it. But yeah, certainly still a little bit of a little bit of paint swapping going on out there early on. You know, no harm, no foul, but certainly did see a little bit of
shoulder.
Bit of hip and shoulder at the beginning.
Exactly, yeah. It's a tight track, so it's not a lot of places to go if you're going side by side.
But nonetheless, mate, that's a great start, and like, yeah, man, you guys just checked out on the field. Some epic times, and you know, like it's a great start. Like it's certainly it's the best start possible. You know who you're fighting with.
Yeah, we always know that Ethan and Vic and Shane, I mean, they're always going to be quick. So yeah, we just push each other, and it's good fun.
Yeah, 100%, mate. No, that was a great race. It was just super entertaining. The three of you probably didn't get as much airtime until the final seconds, actually, at the back end of that, because you were just streets ahead, mate. And there was some pretty willing stuff going on behind you, which will, you know what happened in your race. So if you get to watch the stream, you'll see all the skullduggery in the background, mate, which is pretty entertaining. But hey, congratulations on a great round. I do believe that sees you carry some ballast into the next one, which will be entertaining for some, not probably for you, but yeah.
Yep. Well, I'll just have to go extra harder then.
Yeah, mate. I'm sure you'll be there or thereabouts, mate. You won't notice it too much. So, hey, well done, Jamie. Enjoy that, mate. Thanks for the entertainment.
Yeah, awesome work. Thanks, Jamie.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers, mate.
Jamie Cossa, there you go. Third position, round one.
Yeah, good, solid effort. And
nice work. Crazy stuff, J-Man. It's all over the place. It's awesome.
Mate, so the next guy in the house is Vic Chan. So the seat's still warm from his fellow teammate. You got us on comms, Vic?
Yeah, mate. Hey, guys.
Mate, another epic battle. Little bit of paint swapped at the start. Great qualifying time. Jamie put it up on the front again, but you had the better of him in the race. And then, mates, so close at the end.
Yeah, that was lap traffic. That was the dude that cost me the first place on the first race, I believe.
Same guy. Yeah.
It was just about a role reversal, mate. So, mate, that was
I just got unlucky, I guess, on this race from quali. I think I got the pit bug. I mean, the fuel bug. So I went out twice, and it was 120 liters on both times. Got stuck in traffic.
No. Wow! Damn you, Kunos.
So that's 2 seconds.
Yeah.
Yep. So you're more consistent than your teammates then.
Yeah, I believe I was. I actually had the pace. It was just I needed to get up front, and I tried to undercut Ethan. Congrats to him again. But yeah, I tried to undercut him, but then some dude lost it in front of me on the straight, and I had to slow, which cost me that undercut. And I was like, oh no, it's just an unlucky race, but still
tough track.
Either way.
Tough place in that Zolder.
Yeah, still a great race, mate. Like seriously, the pace that you guys are running and just how willing you guys are at the start and how close and clean. It's so cool to watch, man. It's just like, we do think you'll actually have to rewrap those cars because there was a bit of trading paint at the beginning. So
definitely.
But mate, that's what we sign up for, as I'm sure you do, mate. So well done. Congrats on an absolutely solid first round here, and Yeah, we'll get a couple of kegs to put in the back of that thing for next round.
That's it. Cheers, guys.
Awesome, Vic. Enjoy the night, mate.
Yeah,
Thank you.
nice work, Vic.
Night, fellas.
Vic Chan, viewers, second position, race 2.
Yeah.
Like I said, he's the most consistent out of the three of them.
No, Ethan does the double. He went 1-1.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so we'll grab him up here and give him his congrats. Ethan, you got us on comms?
Hey boys, how are we?
Mate, you made it look easy until the last 200 meters.
Mate, that was. I was just sitting on the flash. I'm like, get out of the way, but they were fighting for position too, so I didn't know what to do. And I just thought I'd try my best to defend and not get overtaken.
Man, how good, so strong in the early parts of that race when you guys were fueled, and you're just like really dominant. We just mentioned to the other two blokes, to Vic and Jamie, there's a bit of paint or a bit of rap traded at the start of that one. Was really, really cool. You guys were going at it willing but all clean, and there was people lifting at times where they wanted to be on the gas, and you guys just went at it, and then you got a nice little margin, and kind of looked like you controlled it. I thought I saw 1.1 seconds at the pit stop, Ethan, and then to be honest, when you came out, you had a better stop, I think, too. So you had a bit more margin after the pit stops.
Yeah, the stops tonight were pretty good. I didn't lose any time. I hit my markers and everything. I did have a bit of a slide just after Vic and Jamie pit, so I decided to stay out just to make sure that there wasn't going to be, I wasn't going to get overtaken.
Yep.
But then I pit, and because I hit my traffic myself, and apparently they had traffic, so I'd say I got blessed a little bit.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know. I definitely had more pace at the start of the last race as well, but I stuck behind Vic. I couldn't really do much about it.
Saw you peel off out of that last one, and then this one here. So you obviously did consider the undercut, and then having that little slide, you decided to make it a little bit of an overcut, then like a bit more in your favour with fresh air.
Well, Vic just pit, and then I did see the boys coming up in front of me, so
yep.
I was kind of just lapping around, and I did make a mistake, which I lost about a second and a half with, and the gap when he pit was about a second and a half, so I knew that we were going to be tight, and I didn't know that they caught traffic either, so I was kind of just lapping around, and then I saw, a pack of 4 fellas up front. I just thought I'd bite the bullet and come in.
Yeah, so we stretched out the pit window tonight, and we're likely going to carry on with that, in respect of stretching it out so you can pit on lap 2 effectively, depending on how fast the lap is and where you're coming in. But it looked like strategically it played a good hand because it gave you guys a bit more options with that. How did you find it? You obviously noticed it straight away in race 1, and then did you think much more about it going into race 2 about the strategy, or just play it for what you saw in front?
Yeah, kind of just played it with what happened. I mean, if I ended up catching up to some fellas and the 2 behind me were going to stay out, I mean, just depends, I guess. Because I did have that clean air, and I didn't in the previous race. So I guess it's an on-the-go judgment with whatever the car feels like and whatever I feel like, and whether or not my confidence is up or down or my consistency. It's just a massive factor of things that you take into account. And yeah, I guess tonight I was in a pretty good spot out front until the other 2 pit, and did make a couple errors, but then I came back out and I was in front then. So
yeah, nice. Oh well, the car, mate, you made the car rapid tonight. It was, like the race pace was mega. I looked down at one point, and yourself and Vic were just trading 8s, 8-8s and stuff. And then I looked at one point, Jamie. It might have been the time I looked. I think he'd poked a 29.3 or something in, and I was just like, man, if you've got to run 8s in the race here to be on the money, that's, it's first class. And I'm always, I'm always going to, plug it for Asrnz because we got you here, and it's pretty impressive stuff to watch. So, you're welcome to about 30 pies next week, mate. Which you'll take in for being so successful, and I'm sure you'll deal with it well. That we think that thing's powered by maybe a tank engine or something. So yeah, good stuff, mate. Absolutely entertained us.
Not a big fan of Zandvoort, so I'm kind of glad I've got the weight there, and
take the hit.
I know Jamie's going to be quick. He loves that track. That's his favourite track.
Yep.
second.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, you either
So
you
there's
either
a little
love
bit
it.
of an inside word. If he doesn't win by Flemington Straight, I'm not too sure.
There's a spoiler,
Yeah,
everyone.
not too
There you
sure what's
go.
going to happen.
Hey, yeah.
Yeah, not too sure how the Addies and the Bentley will handle,
Yeah.
but I know I'm not a big fan. The AMG, I haven't really raced too much around there, so I'm happy to take it and hopefully go for a top 5.
Yeah, you sort
Yeah,
of
nice.
you either love it or you hated that place. I think.
Yeah,
It
it's
was
like
just-
it's nice when you get it right, but I've just never been able to pull the time out
Yeah.
of it.
Oh well, mate. There's always that time, mate. You turn up and it all goes well. So hey, on a parting note, just curious up here in the box as to what the 8 tyre allocation worked out like tonight.
Pretty good. You have your 4 sessions, so I guess if the qualifying sessions were longer, you'd look at using 2 sets in qualifying and then 1 set for a race. It'll be interesting. Well, I'm not too sure what the allocation is for the endurance events, but you have
6.
your 6, yeah. So that'll be really interesting to see what happens there.
With an extended qualifying session goes 30 minutes.
Yeah, so that'll be really, that'll be cool. I mean, you could kind of handle it. You could have a fresh set for each session. I didn't really run much in practice because it was a green and a fast track, and you don't gain a whole lot out of that personally. So I just did a couple laps to get my eye in and
Get comfy.
Yeah, get comfy. I just parked it, did one little quality run at the end on the same set.
Yep.
Easy to manage tonight. I did go through 6 sets, I think. But the endurance will be interesting. That'll really be that'll pull the real strategic out of it, and because you want to run 2 sets in the race, 2 sets qualifying, maybe even 3. So it doesn't leave much for practice, and go from there.
Yeah, nice. Well, there you go. That's Ethan Cale. He's a double race winner here tonight, leading the championship by my calculations as we leave Zolder into Zandvoort. Thank you so much for talking to us, Ethan, and congratulations on a super successful night, mate. Looking forward to catching up and seeing what you got next week.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm going to go have a beer now, I reckon.
You deserve it, mate.
Nice one.
Have a good night, legends.
Thanks, Ethan.
There you go, Ethan Cale, everybody. J-Man.
Pretty good stuff, Davo.
Oh, it is really good stuff. Actually, it's awesome. What a way to kick off 2023 with some full-on, really top grossing there, and a little bit of drama, a little bit of strategy, a little bit of this, a little bit of that.
Yeah, it wouldn't be a true race night without a little bit of controversy and a little bit of data to analyse on Friday night, Davo.
Yeah, of course, always.
But hey, look, I've really appreciated calling this one with you, mate, and to all our viewers, thank you very much for watching and subscribing. We do appreciate the views. We did see some good numbers on our YouTube channel after the shakedown, so more of the same, please, guys, and it makes it well worth it when we do this to see you guys are actually watching it.
Yeah, for sure. A few technical dramas tonight. The stream might come across in a couple of parts, unfortunately, but there it is. That's a wrap, J-Man. Round 1 of Asrnz's 2023 Back Pain GT3 series at Zandvoort. What a cracker. Mate, we'll be back next week.
See you next week.
And we'll see everybody again next week. Thanks for joining me.